So the first part of speech of the 8 nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, pronouns, conjunctions, interjections, and prepositions that you're going to learn about is nouns. As you may remember, nouns, or a noun, is a word that names something, a person, place, thing, or an idea. There's examples there of persons, places, things, or ideas. And the first thing we need to go over is that there are 5 classes of nouns. So we're starting with the easy parts of the nouns, and then we're going to get more difficult. Classes are proper, common, concrete, abstract, and collective. Proper nouns name a particular person, place, thing, or idea. They're always capitalized. And there's some examples there. Among them, Jackie Robinson, World Series, Christianity. So proper nouns, particular person, place, thing, capitalized. And then there's common nouns. A common noun does not name a particular person, place, thing, or idea, just a general one. And so there's examples of those there. Then next are concrete nouns. Concrete noun names something that's tangible, that can be seen, touched, heard, smelled, tasted. They can be proper or common, so they can go either way. There's Kanye there. Gotta love him. He would be a proper concrete noun. Concrete shoes might be nice for him. Abstract nouns are next. An abstract noun names an idea, a condition, or a feeling. In other words, something that cannot be touched, smelled, tasted, seen, or heard. Examples include New Deal, greed, poverty, progress, freedom, hope. You can't see or touch these things. Collective nouns there. A collective noun names a group or unit. Examples include United States, Portland Cementers, team, crowd, community. See, there's one thing, but inside that one thing, there can be several. That's why it's called a collective noun. It collects more than one. Next is forms of nouns. Nouns are grouped according to their number, gender, and case. Number is basic, right? Singular or plural. Singular noun refers to one, plural refers to more than one. Pretty basic, there to be explained for if you want to take a closer look. Gender of a noun indicates whether a noun is masculine, feminine, neuter, or indefinite. Masculine nouns are nouns that refer to something that's male. Feminine refer to something that's female. Neuter refers to something that does not have a gender, and indefinite means that it could be masculine or feminine. Next is case of noun, and case is the hardest thing for people to have a grasp on, I think. Case tells how nouns are related to other words used with them. And the whole reason we're going over nouns, and we're going to do the other parts of speech, is so that when you get to sentence writing, you're writing sentences that make sense and are clear and have the parts that they need to have. And so back to nouns. A nominative case noun can be the subject of a clause. Bill's heart was beating very wildly beneath his jacket. Always look for the verb first. Who or what was beating very wildly beneath his jacket? That's how you figure out the subject of the sentence. You find the verb, and in this case the verb is was, and you ask who or what verb. Who or what was beating very wildly beneath his jacket? Heart. Heart is the subject of the sentence. If you look at the second sentence, that dog ran fast. Find the verb. Verb is ran. Who or what ran fast? Dog. Dog is the subject of the sentence. That is a noun in the nominative case. Another way a noun can be used in the nominative case is as a predicate noun. A predicate noun follows a be verb, am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, and renames the subject. In the sentence below, type renames Mr. Catanzara. It comes after a be verb, and it renames the subject, and so that is a predicate noun. Okay, so it's a nominative case noun working as a predicate nominative, coming after a be verb and renaming the subject. Possessive case noun shows possession or ownership. Dogs bark. See how it has an apostrophe S? Possessive case nouns have an S apostrophe or an apostrophe S, and they're nouns with an apostrophe S or an S apostrophe at the end of them. Objective case is the hardest thing, I think, to master. An objective case noun can be a direct object, an indirect object, or an object of the preposition. In the example there, it says, Marna always gives Milo science fiction books for his birthday. If you look for all the nouns, you see that you have Marna, Milo, books, and birthday. First, find the verb. Always find the verb first. Gives is the verb. Who or what gives Milo science fiction books for his birthday? Marna. So Marna is the nominative case noun. That's the subject of the sentence. And we went over that earlier already. Okay, but then you still have 3 more nouns. You have Milo, books, and birthday, and they're underlined here on this slide. First thing you need to look for is the direct object. And in order to find the direct object, you ask yourself a question. Okay, sorry, slowing down here for you. When you find the direct object, you ask what after the verb. And so in this case, we've got good old Marna and we've got gives. So Marna always gives what? What does Marna always give? Not Milo, because what she gives is books. So you ask what after the verb to find the direct object. Marna always gives Milo science fiction books. For his birthday, gives what? Gives books. So then you need to figure out if one of those nouns is working as an indirect object. After you find the direct object, find an indirect object. And in this case, what you do is you ask the question, to whom or what after the direct object. So Marna always gives Milo science fiction books for his birthday. We figured out that books is the direct object. So gives books to whom or what? And the answer is Milo. So Milo is the indirect object. Another way you find the indirect object, or another way to tell if you're going to have one, is look between the verb, and in this case the verb is gives, and the direct object, which is books, to see if there's a noun there. If there's a noun there, you may have an indirect object. And in this case, Marna always gives what? Books, the direct object. To whom or what? Milo. Milo is the indirect object. Then the last thing you have is the object of the preposition. And an object of the preposition, that's just a noun to which the preposition connects. And so in this case, the preposition is for, and we haven't gone over prepositions yet. That's going to be a later lesson. But for, in, on, before, after, on top of, in front of, besides, next to, those are all prepositions. And a prepositional phrase is a phrase that starts with a preposition and ends with a noun. And the noun is connected with the preposition. The preposition refers to or connects to the noun. And so in this case, for what? For his birthday. Birthday connects with for. Birthday is the object of the preposition. So it's a noun in the objective case, functioning as the object of the preposition. Okay. Last, what you have here is a nouns chart. Basically, this is in the left-hand column there, you see nominative, objective, and possessive case. And then the next column, the second column over, you have how the nouns are functioning. Okay, and it has the same rules that I just kind of went over for how to find subject, predicate, noun, direct object, indirect object, object of the preposition, and possessive noun. And then it has symbols so that we'll all refer to them the same way. And then it has examples. So if you look at direct object, you ask what after the verb. Jake's driving gives me the creeps. The verb is gives. Gives what? The creeps. Creeps is the direct object. If you look in the next example, for indirect object, you ask to whom or what after the direct object. Jake's driving gave Rena a fit. So gave what? A fit. To whom or what? Rena. And you see that Rena is between the verb and the direct object, which is another hint I gave you just a little bit ago. And so you have that clue also. Up on the top, nominative case, functioning as the subject, the symbol is S. The car wouldn't start. Remember, you find the verb first. Wouldn't start. Who or what wouldn't start is the question you ask. Who or what verb? And the answer is car. Car wouldn't start. So car is the subject. In the next example, for predicate noun, in the nominative case, the car is a lemon. Remember, you find a be verb and then a noun renaming the subject. Lemon renames car and comes after a be verb, so it's a predicate noun, noun functioning in the nominative case. Now you'll need to go to the Moodle. You can use this chart when you do the exercises on the Moodle. You can come back to this video as well. Both will help you to do the two skill sheets or 2 assignments that are on the Moodle. You need to do those on a sheet of paper and bring them to class so I can see that you at least attempted this Moodle noun business, and then we'll go from there. Thanks. Have a good night.